Today we are going to be doing a first impressions on this Faces Ultime Pro Second Skin Foundation. Now I showed you all this in my previous haul and I thought why not sit down and do a first impressions because this is the first time I'm going to be using it on my face and it is pretty affordable. So let's see how this fares. Let's read what all is written on this. It says it's ultra thin skin perfecting formula that provides seamless coverage, liquid creamy texture that melts easily into skin as a serum, anti-aging with unique marine based algae extract, SPF 15 preservative and mineral oil free. Now, usage and application: shake the bottle well before use using the unique dropper. Place foundation on back of your hand. Apply foundation on your face, neck and anywhere you see unevenness. Blend well with a foundation brush, sponge or fingertips. That is what it reads. So it claims quite a lot of stuff, and the fact that it is like a serum consistency, I am excited to try that one out. So I have this in the shade Sand and this retails for $14.99 and I got this for around 11.25 rupees. So in case there is sale going on, you will get it at a cheaper rate. It is pretty affordable and you get 30 ml in this bottle. Love this bottle. It has a dropper, which is again a very good thing because that way you can control how much foundation you want to apply on your face. So let's get started. I'm just gonna apply my primer first. I almost forgot primer. So I'm gonna apply primer on one side of my face and I'm not gonna apply any primer on the other side just to test it how it fares. So I'm using my Maybelline Master Prime by Faces Studio by Maybelline, whatever that is. I use this every single time. I absolutely love this primer, so I'm gonna be using this one only to test it out. So now I'm just gonna shake the foundation a little bit and open it up. And I know that this is a shade darker than me, but let's see. So I'm taking like this much amount. It's like 2 pumps or 1.5 pump actually, and it is so dark. Oh my god, how are we gonna make this work, guys? So I'm just gonna dot it first. Oh my god, it's so dark. So we're going to do our first impressions, like testing out the entire day, how it fares. I'll give you all updates after every 2 to 4 hours, and at the end of the day we'll see how the foundation is looking on our skin. So I have a little bit of product left in my hand, but first let's blend this much out and see. So I'm going to just blend out my prime side first, and obviously I'm going to use my beauty blender because that is how I apply my foundation. So yeah, definitely it is a shade darker. So just blending it, it blends pretty well. And it has a medium coverage. It has covered quite a lot, like you cannot see my marks and stuff. So I would call this like a medium to full coverage. It's not completely full coverage, it's kind of a medium coverage. Let's get this foundation a little lower so that it matches my body. Oh my god, I actually cannot see my pores, you know. It has literally blended out so well on my skin. At least the prime side is looking amazing. I absolutely love this coverage and it is so lightweight. I love foundations which are lightweight. Now let's blend out the unprimed side and see. So on the unprimed side, I feel like I see my pores a little bit better. So the primer has done a very good job and the foundation is looking very good on the primed side. But on the unprimed side, it hasn't given me that much of a coverage how much I got on my prime side, and I can see my pores a little bit, not too much, just a little bit. So the primer definitely helps. So I'm just gonna try and build it up where I feel I need a little bit of coverage on my unprimed side. And it builds up pretty well. It does not feel heavy whatsoever. And I actually like the finish of this foundation. It's not completely matte. It is a little bit luminous and healthy looking, as y'all can see. So just by applying the foundation, I actually pretty much like it quite a lot because it has covered pretty well. Like, this is the coverage that I need, not completely full, not a light coverage, but in between medium and full coverage, and this is exactly what it gives me. And I love the feel of the foundation on my face. I'll just zoom y'all in so that y'all can see. So this is what the foundation looks up close on the prime side, and as you all can see, it has covered pretty well and it is so smooth looking. It has that glow as well, and this is the unprimed side where here I feel that I can see a little bit of pores. It's not as smooth as the prime side. So now I'm just gonna complete my entire face of makeup and I'll be back to show you all how my face looks. So guys, I'm back. I've just done my entire face of makeup and I love the foundation. The foundation has made my skin look so smooth, and by now I feel like my foundation starts taking up a little bit near my lip area and a little bit here near my smile lines, on my smile lines basically. And I have this makeup on for almost an hour now, and the foundation has not budged at all. It is looking so very smooth. I love the way it's looking on my face. I can just tell you right off the bat, where I've applied primer, I have a little bit of less texture than on the unprimed side. As y'all can see, my texture is seen a little bit, at least in the mirror I can see. I do not know whether y'all can see it on camera, but in the mirror I can see my texture as emphasized. So a primer makes a hell of a difference. Don't forget to prime before using this foundation. But as of now, I absolutely love this foundation. The shade is also not that bad. It's just a shade darker than me, so I'm looking a little dark, but that's okay. But otherwise, love this foundation. So I'll be back in some time to show you all my, like, a little update after like a 3 or a 4 hour mark, to show how the foundation is looking on my face, since I'm pretty oily and I'm hoping that I don't get that oily. I just hope that it suits my skin tone. So I'll be right back. Hi guys, I'm back. So currently it's 5:15, so I have this foundation for around 6 hours now, and by this time I am actually a oily mess. But right now I do not have that much oils coming out of my pores. Like, the foundation looks pretty good. I'm like a little bit oily in my T-zone, just a teeny tiny bit, so I'm just gonna powder it down and remove the oiliness and see whether the foundation breaks up or whether it's still intact. So I've just patted down my face and the oil has disappeared. As you all can see, this was the first time I patted my face in the entire day, and the foundation has held up pretty well. Like, it's not even separated, it's not even caking up near my nose region, and it has sunk a little bit in my smile lines, but it's not too much. Like, it's not emphasized a lot. So as of now, the foundation is looking pretty good, and so far I absolutely love this foundation. So let's see what happens at the end of the day basically, and yeah, I'll be right back. Hi guys, so I know that the first impressions was supposed to be the entire day, but yesterday I had some issues and I just couldn't, do my last part of filming the foundation review. But let me tell you, I'm wearing the same foundation today, by the way, and I had this foundation yesterday almost till 10:30 in the night. So it was almost around 10 hours that I was wearing this foundation, and by the end of the day I was a little bit oily, just a little bit, but the foundation hadn't moved. I did not get any creasing. It did not even cake up near my mouth area, which normally tends to happen, and the foundation was intact. It did not fade away, nothing of that sort. I was so surprised, and this foundation is totally a 10 out of 10 for me because it just did not make me oily. It was so comfortable. I absolutely love the formula on this foundation. It is so very thin, so very lightweight. I love foundations which are very lightweight on my skin. I think by now you guys must be knowing that. And on top of that, it gives me a little bit of a fuller coverage, not like a very medium coverage. It gives me a fuller coverage if I build it up a little bit. and I actually like that. I'm so surprised that I like that because you know, most of the time when you build up a foundation, it feels a little heavy on your face and it tends to kick up during the day. But this just did not do that at all. It just stayed on my face the entire day, and oh my god, I just love this foundation. Faces, y'all should get more foundation shades because this is an amazing product, and in case y'all are looking to buy a good foundation, this one is gonna suit you completely. I think this is gonna be good for normal to oily skin. I'm not really sure of a dry skin tone girl because I think if you moisturize your skin very well, your face very well, this will definitely suit you. So I would totally go and give it a thumbs up, and as I said, I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10. Go and try this out. You are not gonna be disappointed. So yeah, that's it for this video. I'm very sorry that I just couldn't do any kind of a like my last clip where I wanted to show you my face where I've done my foundation, how it lasted and everything. It was just an emergency and I just couldn't film, so I'm very sorry for that. So yeah, that's it for this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.